Welcome back. You're watching the late night news. In the latest from the Pakistan match-fixing controversy, the News of the World has got the video of Yasir Ahmed, where he says he was offered a bribe that he refused. In the interview shot in a Nottingham hotel, after the tabloid broke the sensational news of spot-fixing, the 32-year-old opening batsman Yasir Ahmed says he refused bribes of up to £150,000 from a corrupt bookmaker to throw matches.
एलिगेशन वगैरह लग रही है।
क्या यार वो हो रहा है यार चक्कर बड़ी मुसीबत ही पड़ गई यार वो तो सारे बदनामी होगी
10-15 मिनट में आ रही है पकड़ा गया ना।
तो आपने पता किया है कि कुछ तरह के एजेंट तो होते नहीं आपके कोई मैनेजर्स और एजेंट्स
होते हैं एजेंट्स होते हैं जो एजेंट्स होते हैं अभी बुकीज होते हैं
वो ये ना चोर कि मेरे साथ करो काम
लेकिन हमारे साथ इस पर की बात नहीं की ना।
अच्छा
ये ऑलरेडी 4-5 साल से इन लड़कों के साथ ही था
यही साथ ही था
लेकिन बस मैंने फिर गोल मोल कर दी। बस किस्मत की बात होती है ना इंसान जब अल्लाह की तरफ से जब बचे किसी चीज से तो बच जाता है।
लेकिन ऑस्ट्रेलिया में भी इनने किया है ऑस्ट्रेलिया में तो नहीं आप खेले ना उधर गिरन प्ले इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया वहाँ भी इन्हें भरा किया है
सिडनी टेस्ट में 1.8 मिलियन पाउंड्स।
लेकिन आपस में बातें तो करते होंगे ना ये सारे करते तो होंगे डेफिनेटली वो तो कहते हैं जी हर मैच में ये करते रहे
तकरीबन
श्योर
अल्लाह जानता है। रिपोर्ट्स तो यही कह रहे हैं स्कॉटलैंड यार्ड बड़ी अरसे से इनके पीछे पड़ी हुई है।
अच्छा
आई मीन जो पकड़ा जाए वही चोर है।
Exactly.
Why?
Exactly.
You see what he is.
What he said. Do you understand what he said? The one that gets caught, he's the crook.
Yeah.
जो नहीं पकड़े गए they're all right. £1.5 लाख
तो अभी पैसा रखा था उसने ये पैसा रखा था पैसा रख के उसने सिर्फ शो करवाया कि ये देखो इस बॉल पे ये होगा इस बॉल पे ये होगा इस बॉल पे ये होगा ये उस चीज का £1.5 लाख था। अभी अभी फ्यूचर में इन्होंने क्या क्या करना था सोचे
सही है
कैन यू इमेजिन ऑफ कोर्स जी क्यों नहीं अगर इन बुरी चीजों की वजह से ही बाहर हुए इन्वॉल्व नहीं हुए ना कभी। अगर आप अभी बैठे और आप कहें कि यार मैं बुकी हूँ कल मैच तुमने फिक्स कर अब मुझे भी पास में ऐसे बहुत से लोग मिले
अच्छा की अप्रोच कैरियर नहीं
आई रिफ्यूज
गुड
I refused. They offered me handsome money.
अच्छा
मैं अभी आपके पास फरारी में आया होता।
अच्छा
मतलब इतना तो होता है ना कि यार बंदा अपने शौक पूरा कर ले एक गाड़ी खरीद ले इतने पैसे दे रहे थे।
कितने का ऑफर करते थे
यार बड़े बड़े पैसे ऑफर किए हैं £1.5 लाख तक भी ऑफर
£1.5 लाख ऑफर हुआ था
£1.5 लाख कितना होता है।
Well, can you imagine? I certainly can't. Meanwhile, the Pakistan Cricket Board has called for an emergency meeting with the Pakistani team management and Pakistan's envoy to the UK. This after British tabloid News of the World came out with another revelation that a fourth Pakistani player is under the spot-fixing scanner. However, his name cannot be revealed as yet because of legal reasons. Pakistan is due to play their first match after the whole spot-fixing controversy broke, a T20 match against England at Cardiff. It seems the fixing menace is just not limited to Pakistan. Some reports now suggest that the International Cricket Council's anti-corruption unit has been monitoring the activities of a leading Sri Lankan player since the T20 World Cup in England last year. This after some of his teammates saw him interacting with a man they believed to be an illegal bookmaker. They then passed on their concerns to Captain Kumar Sangakkara, who then contacted the anti-corruption unit. The player has since been investigated by the Sri Lankan police, although no charges have been held against him. Now, in an exclusive interview with Indian cricket captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni has called for harsh action against match fixers. Dhoni talked about how a few players who indulge in match fixing and spot fixings bring the game into disrepute. He said punishment should be given to the players found guilty of the fixing and that harsh decisions need to be taken. He also said that fixing allegations have brought disrepute to the game as people start blaming the whole cricketing fraternity when such things happen. And Harbhajan Singh also echoes his captain's sentiments on NETV 24/7's program Walk the Talk. Bhaji made it very clear that he has never been approached by any match fixer and that the entire Indian team is clean of this menace. In fact, if anyone ever tried to pay him for underperforming, he would slap him.
To keep cricket clean, and definitely ICC and cricket board will take the necessary step, and they should.
Have you seen fixing in your playing days?
No, I have not seen. I've never seen.
Have you ever felt?
I've never been approached. I've never been. I've never seen anything happening in my career so far.
No, but when you're playing somebody, have you ever felt that this fellow may be fixing? This fellow
No,
may be
I never
deliberately underperforming. No.
No, I never felt that anyone can do that, because when I play for my country, I feel that, I feel proud. I'm representing my country, and a lot of people are expecting us to do well and to win games, and and I don't know how people can do things like that.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Have you ever been approached by anybody?
Never.
Never.
And the guy who will come to approach me, I'm gonna slap him big time.
So do you feel sorry for these three?
Well, I don't feel sorry for these three. If they have done something wrong, they should be punished.
Meanwhile, the IPL Governing Council met in Mumbai today. It has been decided that the fourth edition of the IPL will have a total of 74 matches. All this because of the addition of the two new teams, as last time there was only 60 matches. Also, fresh players auction will take place in the second week of November, and a total of 4 players, including 3 Indians, can be retained by the existing franchises. Now, the day after, a Mao spokesperson told NDTV that the 3 policemen held hostage in Lakhisarai would be released. There's still no word on when this will happen or where. The Bihar CM Chief Minister has now said that the government has no information of their release. Nitish Kumar on Saturday had called the all-party meeting and had reached the consensus on appealing to the Maoists to release the hostages unconditionally and for offering safe passage for the representatives on their side, coming forward for talks to end the hostage crisis. The 290-kilometer range BrahMos cruise missile was today successfully test-fired off the Orissa coast. The missile can fly at 2.8 times the speed of sound, carrying conventional warheads up to 300 kilograms for a range of 290 kilometers, and can effectively engage ground targets from an altitude of as low as 10 meters. Developed in a joint venture with Russia, the sophisticated BrahMos cruise missile is capable of being launched from submarines, ships, aircraft and land-based mobile autonomous launchers. Today is Teachers' Day, and life as a visually challenged person may not be easy, but here's a professor who decided to ignore this disadvantage and instead use his sharp mind and hearing ability to make a difference in the lives of several students. This Teachers' Day, we salute this visionary professor.
Professor Yerumalai has just walked in to begin his class on tax laws in the School of Excellence for Law in Chennai. Though visually impaired, activities in the classroom never escape his notice.
I can ensure that nobody is talking to a certain extent. Many times, I have caught the people who are doing wrongdoing. I don't say big wrong, but students are mature. We used to do certain things normally. We used to caught them hand and glove and they used to apologize, but sometimes they themselves used to realize and apologize, and that ends the matter.
Professor Yerumalai has presented several papers to the World Trade Organization. Graduating from the prestigious National Law School in Bangalore, the man could have landed himself a corporate job anywhere in the country, but decided to follow his heart. His friends and classmates say it is an honor to know him.
Academics is really, what can I say, it is a noble profession. But the recognition from the student community, recognition from the society, I think still it has a very relevance in the society. That makes me little happier sitting in academics.
நிறைய பிள்ளைங்களுக்கு இன்ஃபேக்ட் இந்த புவர் ஃபேமிலியிலேருந்து வர பிள்ளைங்க காலேஜ் ஜாயின் அதுக்கப்புறம் ஃபீஸ் பே பண்ண முடியல அப்படின்னு சொல்கிற பிள்ளைங்களுக்கு ஐநோ சார் வந்து பே பண்ணியிருக்காரு, இன்னும் நான் கண்கூட பார்த்த விஷயம். ஸோ இது முடியும் நான் மீட் பண்ணதில்லை, சார் தான் மீட் பண்ணது. இதுக்கப்புறம் யாருமே நிச்சயம் நான் பார்க்க மாட்டேன்னு தான் நினச்சிட்ருக்கேன்.
Being the first graduate in his family and visually challenged, life has not been easy. He says there are times when people misbehave with him in buses and other public places with the confidence that he can't identify them. But these incidents hardly deter or make him bitter. NDTV Hindu salutes men like him who have maintained their spirit to spread knowledge and make the world a better place. In Chennai, Pratiksha Ramkumar for NDTV Hindu.
Well, now teachers do deserve a special place in society and in every individual's life just because they show us the way forward. But over the years, big changes have taken place in the teacher-student relationship. Minal Shah, our education reporter, finds out what those changes are and why.
The words of teachers were seen as law by their students, but that attitude to a regular teacher is believed to be changing. That's because our technology-dominated lifestyle offers modern and easier ways to learn. But teachers have an opinion.
This institution for 34 years, they always remember me punishing them outside the class for the wrong pronunciation of words. That's very special. You know, we feel as though we have given them something, even very little, but it has gone a long way today.
But teachers also admit that there is a sharp change in the attitude of students.
I could just remember the days when I was a student, wherein the masters were working out a few problems, particularly the worked out examples, and the exercise problems were for the students to work it out. Earlier on, there was a little bit of fear, even clarifying a doubt. Now, today, what I feel is the biggest problem amongst the students is the peer pressure.
Teachers indicate it is also essential for them to adjust and match the changes that take place around them and offer more than just regular lessons to help students deal with the emerging challenges. In Chennai, with reporter Minal Shah, Lokpriya, NDTV Hindu.
Well, that's almost all of what we have for you now. Before we leave, you have to take a look at this. If you thought that our politicians can only talk politics, you will realize why they can give our cricketers a run for their money in today's friendly match between Chief Minister Tamil Nadu 11, led by Deputy Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, and the Premier of South Australia 11. Stalin's team beat the guests by 8 wickets. And for his 4 runs and 1 wicket, Stalin was declared the joint man of the match along with Ashok Ponmudi.